Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. I have been away for quite some time and I don't know why. I did shoot a video a couple of weeks ago at the beginning of December and was going to upload it, but I kind of forgot. And I've been watching a lot of YouTube recently and I'm like, I'm just going to start it again. So I had a couple of ideas for videos and then I was watching Grace Booth's video and she did Veganuary. Now, I love the idea of going vegan, but I think I should walk before I run. So, for the whole of next week, the 20th of January, I'm going to be going vegetarian. And I'm doing it, one, for health reasons, because I want to see, I want to get more veg in me. So, if I don't eat meat, what else am I going to eat? I'm going to eat veg. So I'm doing it for that, and I want to see how my body reacts and will I see any effects on my body when I'm not eating meat for a week. Like, is that enough time to see an effect it has on my body? Will I feel better in myself? Like, will I be more energetic? Will I not? Who knows? Will I lose weight? And will I feel healthier? And that's mainly why I'm doing it. I'm also doing it for the cruelty, because some of the videos you see on Facebook and Twitter and things are quite barbaric, and you don't know if they're just the extreme cases or if that's actually how animals are treated. However, any animal dying for food, to me, is wrong. If it's a very subjective thing. If you're comfortable with it, that's fine. But as time goes on, I become more and more guilty that there's an animal on my plate. And it sounds weird to phrase it like that, but I saw something. I either saw something or heard somebody say it, that it's basically just a carcass. And I was like, yeah, that's actually quite true. Like, that is quite disgusting, really. So every time I've eaten meat, that's what's gone inside my head. Whereas now, I think I'm at that point where I want to challenge myself. So the challenge is I'm going to be going vegetarian. I've bought some plant-based meatballs, sausages, and like chicken bits, and some mince, obviously corn mince, but they're Tesco's own, because at the end of 2017, I was a pescatarian, and I ate so much corn mince that just the thought of it makes me feel a little bit queasy. So I've decided, so I was looking at the reviews on the Tesco's own vegetarian mince, and I don't think there was one bad review. Everyone was like, it's the best, it goes really well in chili and bolognese and things. Another switch I've done is switch from cow's milk to almond milk, just because it's healthier and I can have it for free at work, because I work at Starbucks. But it's my anniversary on Tuesday, the 21st. I don't have birthdays, so we are celebrating the 6th anniversary of my 21st, because I'll always be 21. Just let me have my moment. Let me have my moment. So, and I've got friends coming around for dinner, and it's going to be interesting when other people are eating meat. I don't know how I'm going to react when other people are eating meat and I'm ordering a vegetarian meal. So I start next week on the 20th of January. For the whole of the week, I'm going to be doing short videos in between. And then I'm going to be vlogging throughout the week, and yeah, it's going to be interesting. I don't know how I'm going to react. I don't know if I'm going to bail on it or what, because I'm a procrastinator, and if something isn't going my way, then I will quit. But I think because I've made the decision to do this and I want to do it, I think I'll do it. And if at the tail end of next week I feel really positive about it, I will do it all the time. I will be a full-time vegetarian. And I'm not doing it to be trendy or because it's in fashion, but because things are more accessible now, whereas 10 years ago, it wasn't as easy to get vegetarian and vegan options. Like Starbucks and Greg's and Burger King and McDonald's are all doing fast food alternatives, and the Burger King burger is amazing. The Rebel Whopper, if you haven't had it yet, have it. It does not taste any different. So, and I know some people say, like, if you're a vegetarian, then why do you still want to have the taste of meat? And it's like, because I am going to miss bacon, but if I feel positive at the end of the week, I will do it full time, but then have like maybe like a day or two a week where I will eat meat, if it's from like a sustainable place and organic. Because I read something about chicken breast that kind of kickstarted this whole queasy feeling about meat, which I will say in one of the videos because I haven't got time to go through with it. And so this is the introduction, and it's already 6 minutes, so I'm gonna go, and I hope you enjoy the rest of the video. That sounds really bizarre to say because I haven't even filmed any of the video yet, or any of the videos yet, but I'm saying enjoy it. Anyway, I am excited for this week. I will be vlogging and giving you my thoughts and feelings throughout the week. I am off, so I'm not gonna be tempted at work by sausage rolls and breakfast rolls and toasties and paninis and things. So yeah, so I'm excited. I hope you enjoyed the rest of the video, and I'll do like a little debrief as Grace. I don't want to be copying anybody on YouTube, but I'll be doing like a little like conclusion at the end of the video, how I feel, you know, what I liked about the week, what I didn't, and yeah, so I'm excited, and maybe I'll prove myself wrong and actually complete something in my life. Who knows? But so today is the first day of being a vegetarian, and I've just prepared my lunch. So it's corn pieces with tomatoes, cucumber, lettuce, and homemade potato salad with some Caesar dressing and pepper. I think I've got this. I'm quite excited. I've got some things in the freezer that I'm really excited to try, like meatless burgers and meatballs and sausages and things, so I'm excited. So last night I went out for dinner with my friends for my anniversary, and I didn't feel comfortable, you know, sitting there with my camera going, so this is what I'm eating. So I didn't, but I did take some pictures, and I will put them somewhere in the vicinity here. And one of the things I'm really concerned about is missing out, like me feeling like I'm missing out, but I don't feel like I'm missing out. I had this bruschetta tomato thing, which was amazing. And I had this pasta with goat cheese, tomato and pesto concoction. It was really, really good. And I didn't feel like I was missing out. I've got some friends over. Today's my actual anniversary, birthday for all you normal people. And I've got some friends coming over for dinner. I am having a veggie burger, which I'm actually excited about. I'm excited about trying things that I normally wouldn't try, because if I was getting a takeaway, I would have just got a normal burger or a kebab or something. But being a vegetarian, I can try new things. So that's what I'm excited about, and we shall see how I feel about it. But I am really excited, and this is day 2. I'm filming this on Tuesday for yesterday because I forgot. But yeah, so I still positive about it, and I'm really, really enjoying it. So I didn't actually vlog on my anniversary just because I didn't really feel comfortable doing it. I get funny. But basically, I had a veggie burger. I will put a video, like a picture somewhere here. I'm so glad I've found out how to do that. And I didn't really get hungover about the whole fact that I couldn't have a beef burger. I could have had a beef burger, but I didn't want to fall on like the second day. And I actually really enjoyed the burger. It wasn't that dissimilar to what I'd normally have, just that instead of a beef burger in there, it was a veggie burger, which I don't really mind because it still had, you know, the whole, you know, the salad and sauce. So I wasn't really that, I didn't feel that hard done by and things. And yeah, so yeah, on to day 3. So today is day 3 of my vegetarian adventure, and I've cut my finger on a tin. Apparently I was being dramatic about it, but you were. I don't think I was. I have a special guest for tea or dinner, Megan, or Lauren as some people like to call her, you know who you are. My mum and dad. Okay. And we are trying the Bird's Eye green cuisine meatballs. I'm excited to try these, and yeah, and we're having it in like a tomatoey sauce, which apparently is one of my staple things that I like to cook. In the pan we have tinned tomatoes, tomato puree, mushrooms, olives, onion and garlic with some Italian seasoning, spinach, and yeah, and maybe a speck of my blood, but it's still vegetarian. It's not. It's not an animal's blood. It's my blood. So yeah, and we're having nachos for tea, for starter as well. So I'm excited to try it, and yeah, this weekend is a breeze. Like, I am really enjoying being a vegetarian, and yeah. So I'm into you to cook more. We shall see what it tastes like. What they're like.
I'm better than them.
Obviously, because I made them.
I'm getting cocky now.
Gotta blow your head off. This is plant-based meatballs in a homemade bolognese and some spaghetti.
Do you want some cheese?
Yes, please. When would I say no to cheese? So yeah, you can put it on.
Alright, am I doing a...
Cool. I'll make it slow motion as well. It smells planty. It smells like a garden. But it doesn't look that...
Hang on, let me focus on it.
It doesn't look... I don't know. I couldn't tell the difference.
I couldn't.
No.
It's so good, isn't it?
That's really... Do you know what? I'm going to be a veggie for life. Okay, so I saw this thing on Facebook where you make an omelette and instead of flipping it over, you just cook the bottom of it and then put tortilla wrap on it and then flip it over and then you make like an egg wrap. It looked really good, and but you'll see how it turned out. But basically, I'm now chopping the filling. I've chopped some mushrooms, get some olives out of the jar, which always does my head in because you never get the desired amount of olives you want because you have to spend ages fishing them out of the jar. Some jalapenos, and then I'm choppity, you know, chop, and then I was a little bit dubious about cutting with that massive knife because I cut my finger, so I was really apprehensive. But then you shall see in a minute that I got a little bit too big for my boots and started like chopping how Gordon Ramsay would, and then decided to move my finger out of the way, which was probably the best idea. I'm really obsessed with olives and jalapenos at the moment. They're in like everything I'm cooking. So now I'm just putting some eggs in a jug, state the obvious, and then whisking them for the omelette. I didn't know whether to add salt and pepper because the olives are already a little bit salty, but I like salt, so I decided to add some salt. That's pepper, black pepper if anybody cares, some salt, some more salt, and some more salt, because you can never have too much salt. So I think this is going to work. I don't know. You're probably going to end up falling down, but it looks a bit like roadkill. Obviously a vegetarian roadkill, like a tree jumped out or something, but I'm definitely going to try and make it again when I'm not filming, and I'm trying to like be glamorous because, you know, maybe it's not supposed to look pretty. I tell myself when I'm getting ready in the morning. So it's good. Well, it's good if I don't profess to be an actual chef. I don't know what went wrong. I mean, I probably should have made an effort and watched the video first and then made it not do it from memory, because if you know me, my memory is not very good. The saltiness of the olives with the spiciness of the jalapenos, with the smoothness of the cheese, with the fluffiness of the eggs. No, it's fine. I wanted it to do that. But anyway, I am really finding this, like, are we like am I like halfway? Yeah. So I'm halfway through the vegetarian adventure and I'm enjoying it. You know, I didn't think it was going to be that difficult. Oh, now what hiccups. It's not as difficult as I thought it was going to be, in the slightest. I didn't really think it was going to be difficult because I was never like, oh, I have to have meat in every single meal, and I feel like I haven't missed out because I haven't had meat, because I've had alternatives, like, you know, on Monday I did the chicken salad with corn, and the only thing that was different was the corn, because I had like lettuce and tomatoes and cucumber and Caesar dressing, so it wasn't that different. The only thing was, like, obviously corn doesn't taste like chicken, but I don't mind the taste of corn, except the mince. It makes me gag. And yesterday I had, you know, the meatballs and things, and I really didn't. You can tell they aren't meatballs, but in a good way they were nice, and I really do think I might stick to this, you know, and have like the odd day where I do have meat, but I think for the most part I will be, you know, solely plant-based as food goes. It is difficult with the whole cow's milk thing to drink it in hot drinks, because with the almond milk it curdles if you put it in hot liquid, and apparently I was researching it, and apparently you have to like heat the milk up as well as the coffee. So I've just been having iced coffees. Obviously it's easier for me at work to have a hot almond milk coffee because we steam it, and if I could steam it I would. What if you can do it at home but I don't have a steamer? Could you Google that? And it's not like I've forgotten either that I'm vegetarian now, because I've just simply not remembered. Like, I haven't even thought, oh, I wish I had meat in this dinner, but hey ho. So tomorrow is day 5, and I think I might do sausage casserole for tea. I don't know if you can slow cook the sausages though, so it might just be like a spare of the moment, like get out the freezer and cook from frozen. But I am really enjoying this whole vegetarian thing. Yeah. everything's fine. Just ignore the last couple of minutes. Everything's fine. Keep watching because I make it again and, well, you'll see how it turns out. Honestly. So today is day 5 of the vegetarian adventure and I'm doing sausage casserole and I don't know if I'd get a chance to film tonight, so I thought film today preparing and then, you know, go from there. So I'm using the green cuisine sausages from Birdseye. The meatballs were sensational. So I looked online because I didn't know if you can cook them from frozen or what. So you can, basically. And they said to put carrots, parsnips and stuff. I don't have parsnips, don't really like parsnips, so I'm not using parsnips. Where are my onions? Oh, they're here. Never mind. So in the casserole, there's gonna be an onion, 2 carrots, sausages, obviously, tin tomatoes, and I found the Coleman's sausage casserole, and it's actually vegan. Whoop, whoop. Get my knife. I love using this knife, but I probably shouldn't wave it around my head like that, but hey, whatever. So we're gonna get a little corer thing. What's this called? Peeler. So I'm just gonna be like chopping and peeling and whatnot. So yeah, I am enjoying this whole adventure. It feels such a waste to throw them away. So I'm excited to see how this turns out, because obviously I've never made a vegetable, like a vegetarian sausage casserole. I'm just rambling, if you know what I mean, you know, doing what I do best. I have no idea what I'm doing with my mouth here, just answers on a postcard, please. That's such a lovely noise. So, I said earlier in the video about the, like, being put off chicken for quite some time. And the reason why I was put off chicken for so long is, you know the whole saying, like, curiosity killed the cat? I am the cat. Because I got inquisitive and I was like, what is the little pale white strip you see along a chicken breast? And I googled it, regrettably. Is that a word? I googled it and basically it means that the chicken had a muscle deficiency. So I'm like, great. And I don't like touching raw meat as it is. And being a vegetarian, you don't touch raw meat, just raw veg. So I cut the carrots. And now I'm gonna do the onion. Without crying. Who am I kidding? No, like, for real, like, who am I kidding? The last time I cooked like this, I sliced my finger open, right here. Oh my goodness, I feel like a blogger. I don't know, maybe you tap it. No, but basically you saw it. And it hurt. A lot. But you know what? You learn from pain. And you don't do it again. So I'm just peeling an onion. Am I the only one who thinks about Shrek every time? Every time I cook an onion or chop an onion, I always think of Shrek. I'm always like, Onions have layers. Ogres have layers. Wow. This onion skin is inseparable. Lambs, leave a comment below if you know what that song is. Oh my god, that was so douchey. Okay, so apparently the trick to cutting an onion without crying is to not cut the root thing, like that bit. Am I gonna cry? I can feel something happening. I can feel it in my fingers. Yep, I can feel it in my eyes now. I think I might be a little bit crazy. Wow, that's really strong. I can taste it as well. I'm having such a good hair day today as well. Can we just give a round of applause to how good my hair is? So, this says, fry the sausages with the oil in a pan until browned. I'm just cooking them in that box, in the... Really? 60 seconds I was going to cut out, but they made me laugh so much I felt like I'd be doing an injustice if I did, so enjoy. Just be a normal person, use a pair of scissors, mate. Thanks for that. A psychopath is answering themselves when they're talking to themselves. Just saying. So, I'm going to tidy it up. Done. Alexa, set a timer for 8 minutes.
Timer for how long?
8 minutes.
8 minutes. Starting now.
A lot of people roll their eyes at me when I say this sort of stuff. But imagine if a Victorian came back and they were in 2020 and they would find so many things bizarre, like turning on a switch and a light happening, like speaking to a black box in the other room and it talking back to you. That it would blow their mind. It blows my mind, but a lot of things blow my mind. Oh, and mushrooms. I was literally saving these mushrooms specifically for this. Anybody who doesn't like mushrooms needs to grow up. They are amazing. I'm not even just saying. Everybody's entitled to their own opinion, even though it's the wrong one. Mushrooms are underrated. I've become so obsessed with TikTok, and I've realised that I'm not 17 anymore. But I have become so obsessed with TikTok, and there was this TikTok, and it was like God talking to somebody, and it was like, these are mushrooms. Some you can eat. No, some belong on a pizza. Some make you see things, and some just kill you. And then I got thinking, how many people, who is the person that was the tester for the mushrooms? Oh, that one killed John, we better not eat that one. Oh, he's eaten that one, it's made him see a pink elephant, Honestly, my mind just amazes me sometimes. I have no idea what I'm going on about. Who does that? I'm gonna go and fry the onions and the mushrooms, and then I will show you when it's all like compiled and stuff. This is it all compiled. I did add half a tin of tinned tomatoes and some fresh cherry tomatoes, and this is the whole plate. I did make some homemade roast potatoes, which were absolutely amazing. So I'm trying the no moo dairy-free vegan ice cream from Iceland.
Oh my god, get a photo with the big lizard. It's probably too spiky. It's nice to be out.
Literally, you saw me making the tortilla wrap thing, and it didn't exactly go to plan. So I decided to make it again the following day, and it did go to plan, but I was thinking like why it isn't working. So I decided to do something a little bit different and not put anything in, like not fill it with anything. They did fill it in with filling, but I think my filling was too bitty and theirs was just like bacon and cheese. So I decided to just do egg and then put garlic and salt and pepper in the egg. And it turned out perfect, like absolutely perfect. It couldn't have gone any better. And it was tasty. But I will leave a link in the description for the wrap and the video that I saw that made me want to cook it. And yeah, I hope it turns out better for you. But third time's a charm. Currently, it's 3:30 in the morning and I've just finished doing some editing and I forgot to do a vlog for today. So today has been a bit of a lazy day. I've watched Gavin and Stacey and something like a documentary about Henry VIII. And it occurred to me that I haven't eaten. Oh, I did eat. I had the egg wrap thing that you just watched. But anyway, so I had a vegetarian pizza because I literally didn't have the energy to cook. Because it had been such a tiresome day. But it was, the pizza was really good. I was so close to getting a burger, but I was like, no, tomorrow's the last day, you can do it. And I think I keep seeing Mariah in the thing. My mind just instantly plays that song because I can see her doing it. Anyway, tangent. So I had a vegetarian pizza, which was really good. It had jalapenos, mushrooms, peppers and jalapenos in. It was really good. I think I already said jalapenos. And it was really good and I had some chips and it was fine. Tomorrow's the last day. I think I will stick to it or be a predominant vegetarian, like for the most part. But yeah, I've really enjoyed it and I'll do a whole debrief at the end. So yeah. And I finished at the same time as she did. She's about to sing America the Beautiful if you really care. Love that song. So today is day 7 of my vegetarian adventure and I have really enjoyed it. And basically this is going to be the vlog for today and also the debrief as well. So for breakfast today brunch, I had the tortilla wrap egg thing that turned out really well, which you've seen. I'm so happy. It does need something inside it, but I don't know how to do it and it not fail. So it's just gonna be something I'll work on. And for lunch, I had dinner, as we should probably say, because it was lunch and dinner at the same time. I might have like something little later on. I'm not sure. But I made egg mayo with Caesar dressing and mayo together, and I also made I put it in it's called romaine lettuce, which is like a mutant version of baby gem, with olives, cucumber and tomatoes. Really enjoyed that. I did do a video while I was making that, but I was like, I don't feel like you guys need to watch me make another dinner or another dish. So I did video it and I will do that as a separate video of like cooking with Nath or whatever. The debrief. There isn't one reason why I wanted to do it. I wanted to do it because I was inspired by YouTubers. I've mentioned her a couple of times in this video, Grace Booth, who I've watched for about a year now. And, you know, she does inspire me, and I love how original her content is. And I really do, you know, I do see her as an influencer in my videos. And I just really was inspired by her Veganuary video. Go and check it out if you haven't already. And I wasn't gonna go and commit to being a vegan because I didn't want to go in, you know, head first and, you know, burn the candle at both ends in that kind of sense. But I was very, you know, on board with the decision. I was just like, at least go vegetarian. So I was like, I'm gonna go vegetarian. So I was so excited to start this video, and I wanted to document it just so I can look back and maybe even like influence other people to try it, because it is a lot easier to do, you know, veganism, but it's even easier to do vegetarianism because there are a lot of things available. You know, Greg's and Burger King and McDonald's and Starbucks, Costa are all jumping on the bandwagon of, you know, vegan alternatives. And some of the things, I can only speak for Starbucks because that's where I go more. You know, I spend most of my time at Starbucks because I work there. But some of the vegan things there are incredible. And I'm not just saying that because I work there and they pay my wages, but because they really are. Like the vegan all-day breakfast burrito is amazing. And I really do enjoy that. And they've got the vegan mac and cheese, which was really, really, really good. Even somebody that doesn't like even somebody that doesn't like macaroni cheese was eating it and loved it. And sadly, you know, it's discontinued. And I haven't really tried any of the bakery items for the vegan thing, just because I'm more of a savoury kind of person more than a sweet kind of person. So I haven't really ventured in with the vegan options on the bakery. But the fresh things like, you know, the breakfast burrito and the vegan mac is really, really good. And, you know, they have, you know, alternate milks, so you can have almond milk, soy milk, coconut milk. This has become like a Starbucks advert, and I didn't want it to become that. I'm not sponsored. If you want to sponsor me, Starbucks, then go right ahead. You know, I'll gladly accept it. But I have really, really been surprised at how accessible and cheap the alternatives are. I did a big Tesco shop on Friday night to be delivered Saturday, and I got vegan mince, vegan sausages, or plant-based mince, plant-based meatballs, and plant-based sausages from Tesco's, and some fruit and veg, which were really nice. I was really shocked with the vegan sausages and the vegan, I'm calling them vegan because that's what they're labelled as. I was really impressed. I was really impressed with the vegan sausages and the vegan meatballs. I had my friend over on Wednesday night for dinner. Hi, Megan. And I just really enjoyed trying new things. Like, I would have never, as a meat eater, I would have never have bought plant-based sausages over pork sausages. I would have never have bought plant-based meatballs over beef meatballs, or mince, or anything like that. So regular meatballs had something that the plant-based meatballs didn't, but the plant-based meatballs had something that the meatballs doesn't. Do you know what I mean? So they kind of balance each other out. And eating out wasn't a really big thing, because I didn't really feel like I was missing out on anything. Like, I went out on Monday night, and I just really, and the cheapness of it, like, everyone is always saying that it's so expensive to buy plant-based things, and it's not really that more expensive than, you know, the meat, or the meat choice. So the only thing I really had any dissatisfaction over was the vegan cornetto type thing from Iceland, which wasn't disgusting. It wasn't like, oh my goodness, I will never eat one of those ever again. It wasn't like that. It was only the fact that, you know, the ice cream, which is why you buy a cornetto for, tasted exactly the same as a regular cornetto. The cone was softer than a cornetto one, like squidgy, but I think that's because the ice cream was put down. Like, the ice cream wasn't just on like the top of the cone, it was the whole, more or less half of the cone, and the only thing that was not particularly nice about that was, well, two things. The soft cone, which I could have just had a faulty one, and also the chocolate around the top of the ice cream, the cone. It was the sort of the I don't know if it's cheap chocolate or what it is, but it was the type of chocolate you get around a choc ice, and I never ever liked choc ices. In fact, it sent shivers down my spine just thinking about the paper and I just don't like it. So I've never really liked choc ices because of the chocolate, and the paper didn't really help matters. It's something about the paper around it that wasn't very appealing to me. Like, it's weird, I know. And it goes all like soggy and whatnot. But anyway, tangent. I'm very good at tangents, and I'm so sorry. I'm trying to get better at tangents. The question is, am I going to stick at it? And the answer to that is, for the most part, yes. You know, I've still got some things down in the fridge and in the freezer that are plant-based. So obviously I'm not going to let them go to waste, and I will use them. But I'm not going to be a strict vegetarian. For the most part, maybe like once a week, I will have something that isn't plant-based, like a bacon sandwich or something. But I'm not going to be one of these people where I'm like, oh, I'm a vegetarian, and then, you know, eat, you know, slices of ham like Pam from Gavin and Stacey in Secret. I'm not going to be one of those people. You know, I'm quite a realistic person, and, you know, I'm going to slip up. I'm going to be completely truthful, and, you know, I am not going to be a vegetarian full time. I'm not. But for the most part, I will. If I go out and I fancy, you know, regular spaghetti bolognese or, you know, calamari, I will have calamari. I will have spaghetti bolognese. But for the most part, I will be vegetarian. I was doing it from a cruelty point of view, but I was also doing it for a health point of view. And I have felt more energetic and not as tired and not as like bloated and full. It was a different kind of full feeling after eating the plant-based things. So yeah, I'm glad I did it. And I hope I've inspired some other people to do it as well. Thank you for joining me on my vegetarian adventure. I have really enjoyed it. Leave in the comments below if you're a vegetarian, and if you have found you know, what you found difficult about it, what you find easier about it, and just your views on veganism and vegetarianism. And I'm gonna go because I'm just rambling. And yeah, so thank you for watching this video, and I will see you in my next one.